All right, let's go ahead and get it. All right, let's go ahead and get it. I'm going to answer your questions and we'll go over this. So, look, you have different type of drivers. You have people with chauffeur's license. They can drive bigger vehicles. You have people with a commercial license. They're driving bigger vehicles. You have people with a moped license. Maybe they can't afford a car, but a moped is fun. You can drive like a car, but you're not a car. We have people who have motorcycle endorsements. That's definitely not a car, but it's really fast. So you have different type of road users on the road. All are dangerous. All have strengths. All have weaknesses. People on motorcycles and scooters, they don't have metal protecting them. So if they run a light, they're going to be splattered all over the ground. Real talk. You have a responsibility too. If you see someone on a scooter or a motorcycle, give them 2 or 3 extra cars. Be safe, right? And I'm going to get to your questions and we're going to keep answering. What do we do the first drive? You're going to work on turns. You're going to be in the school parking lot doing figure eights. You're going to be in the neighborhood making right turns, left turns, 5 right turns, 5 left turns, parallel parking, pulling in driveways. Once we feel comfortable, I see that you're comfortable, I'm getting you on the road. It might be a minor road, neighborhoods, curvy roads, roundabouts. The sooner I can get you on the road, the better you will become. Tyler, you're a little bit older. No cap, no hate. Tyler, you need to get out sooner because you're older in the class, but we don't want to put you out on the road if you're not ready. But I have 6 weeks to get you done. Most schools across the United States, it could be 6 weeks, 8 weeks. So we want to get you done. And good instructors listen to the students, see you, and then once you start feeling comfortable, everyone's a little bit different. Hold on one second. Let me go back up. I see all these questions. Okay, so we go to neighborhoods. We make right turns, left turns. I like to take you guys to different high schools. There's a lot of parking lots there. You can do stall parking, angle parking, reverse in. Some of the neighborhoods have roundabouts. We can do parking. Some neighborhoods there's a one-way in and one-way out. So we can make right turns, go around the cul-de-sac, make a right turn, pull in a driveway, turn around. So some neighborhoods really offer a lot of value. And I'm trying to get you comfortable. The sooner I can get you comfortable with the car, the better you're going to drive. I used to do cones. We can do that for your 5th or 6th drive for test prep. I can set up the actual road test and have you back in. I can have you set up and do the parallel park. I can have you do the reverse blind spot park. I used to use cones. I can do that, but people end up stealing my cones because they don't care. Okay. So yes, we can set up cones. That's not a problem. How slow can we go if we aren't on the highway? You go at the speed limit. If the speed limit is 45, you drive 45. If the speed limit is 35, you drive 35. If the speed limit is 50, you drive 50. I'm saying it from a driving teacher and also a big brother or uncle. Girl, you got to drive at the speed limit. Beginning drivers tend to drive very slow. And if you drive slow, cars are going to tailgate you, and then they're going to start road raging. They're going to start looking at us mean through the back window. I see it, but I don't tell you, but that's what happens. And then they're going to tailgate, and then they're going to swerve out of the way, and some cut in front and slam brakes. So it's not very nice, but I believe in telling students the truth. So you have to go at the speed limit. And if I can teach you, okay, where's the speed limit? It's 45. Are you at 45? No, I'm at 30. Oh, I'm too slow. Oh, I'm at 55. I'm too fast. So going too slow is dangerous. Going too fast is dangerous. So we have to drive at the speed limit. Love the question. Same thing on expressway. If the speed limit is 70, we got to go up near 70. If we go too slow, people are driving at a faster rate of speed. They'll cut in and out. A lot of people are not really paying attention. And literally, they could just knock us off the road. How long is each shift per person? You have to drive an hour. The state requirements say 1 full hour, so I switch you guys every half an hour. An hour in the front seat is a bit long. Right around 45 minutes into your drive, you start losing focus. Caden, you start drifting off the road to the right. You start blowing stop signs. You start going too fast. So, Caden, and the reality is, because you're a beginning driver, you start losing focus. I learned that lesson about 12 years ago. So every half an hour we switch. We get you out of the car, we stretch your legs. And it's good for me too, because if I want to do a high quality job, I have to be rested. I could drive tonight, but I'm not going to do that because I want to be rested. I want to hydrate. Maybe play some video games, relax, go to bed early. Remember, I'm a school teacher. I get up at 5:30. I don't have to be to work to 8, but I get up at 5:30. If I want to rest for 25 more minutes, I can lay down. If I want to get up and do whatever, I can do that. But the biggest thing I can tell you guys, don't get in the habit of being late. That's going to make you speed. That's going to make you drive fast. That's going to make you make mistakes. Flying through the neighborhood, blowing stop signs, getting lazy at lights, not checking blind spots, picking up your friend who's late. You're late. Then both you two are really late. And then you're high school or you're taking college classes. If you lose credit, you'll get kicked out of the program. As you get older, if you show up late to work, you will lose your job. So get in the habit. If you're a late person, you're probably going to struggle through driving and struggle through 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26, where most of you should be done with college, working, community college, or skilled trade. If you show up late to your job enough, you won't have a job. So build good habits. Well, what if my mom or dad are late? Then we'll wait. We'll leave you. You'll have a no-show. So if you have a parent who's late, I'm that late parent. Get up early, okay? Real talk. When do we switch? Okay, when do we switch then? Every half an hour we switch. You have to have an hour watching someone. So if we drive for 3 hours, every half an hour we switch. It all works out. Don't overcomplicate it. HTS, look, we have more truck drivers today who are under incredible pressure to get goods. We're in a huge metropolitan area. There's General Motors, there's Ford, there's Chrysler. They build those big fast cars, those Hellcats, those Trackhawks, those Ford Mustangs. Those are big car haulers. Those guys and ladies driving those are trying to get those cars to the dealership. Stay away from trucks. Recently, we see a lot more accidents of semi-truck drivers. Drivers need to be properly trained. They can only drive a certain amount of hours. So what does this mean to you? Stay away from semi-trucks. We have the National Highway Safety Act established as general guidelines for safety regulations concerning vehicles and inspection. It's really important. And, you're young now. You're like, man, why are they stopping me? Well, maybe you're driving a truck and you have some taillights out or a headlight out, or maybe one of your axles is smoking. So I think before you get mad at the police or law enforcement or someone trying to help you, they're really trying to help you. They're not trying to give you a ticket. State governments, follow the guidelines set by federal laws that enact statutes. Local governments, most of you will be staying in the local area. You're not going to Canada. I have an enhanced license. I can go to Canada. I can go to the Caribbean islands because I have an enhanced license. My son does too because he was being recruited by the University of Buffalo. So I decided when he was 15 or 16, let's go to Secretary of State. Let's pay this extra money so you can have an enhanced license. Because he was trying out for the University of Buffalo, he ended up going to Youngstown State, which is not that far from New York. So if you can get that extra endorsement in your family travels, get it. Let's keep these questions coming in. When we fail, can we fail if we accelerate, go over the speed limit? Continually, like if you're slamming the gas, obviously I'm gonna hit the brake on you. If I hit the brake too hard, I'm gonna break the cable. Wear thin sole shoes. Wear thin sole shoes. I don't have any shoes down here right now. Thin sole shoes. Don't wear Crocs. I'll send you back home. Don't wear open toe sandals. Don't wear hard Nikes. No cap. You want to wear a thin, Converse are really good shoes. Wear a thin sole shoe that you can feel the gas. In the parking lot, we're going 3 miles an hour, 4 miles an hour, 5 miles an hour. You're going to be doing figure eights around the light poles. You're going to learn how to pull in and park. You're going to reverse out. Anytime we can park, we're going to park. Downtown areas, neighborhoods, roundabouts. Anytime we can park, we're parking, pulling in, reversing, angle park, stall park. Malls, colleges are really good too because they have a loop that goes all the way around. Some high schools have a loop all the way around. Those are good for us too. I really have some fun courses, some curvy courses, roundabout courses, fast courses, slow courses. Based on where I think you are, I'm going to put you on a course. Every time you drive, it will be a different drive. What routes will we usually, I just told you, they're different routes. If I drive the same route all the time, that's boring. I have multiple routes. And based on, do I want to make you better? Do I want to make you slower? Do I want to chill you out? If you're really nervous, we're going to go on a chilled route. If you want to drive a little bit quicker, more energy, I'm going to get you on a faster route. It really depends on where I think you are. And I learn each time to take you on different routes that give you parking and turning and downtown driving. It's really cool. Ignorance is no excuse. If you're driving along and you get a ticket, it's because you're ignorant, you were going too fast, you went the wrong way on the one way, accidents happen, but ignorance is no excuse. Every driver who shares the HTS is responsible for knowing the rules. If I get a speeding ticket and it's a really big one, I could lose my driver's ed endorsement. Why would I do that? This is a great job. Why would I lose my endorsement and lose my license? So I can't afford to be clowning around out there. Make sure you're in good physical condition. You guys are young, but you stay up all night. Some of you are going to stay up to 12 o'clock or 1. Well, I have a lot of AP work. I get it. But you got to rest. Anna works. She's got a job. She's stacking up money. So you got to balance. Right now, you don't have balance. School is number one. And if some of you can't drive 8 to 10:30, I get it. I'll reschedule. But I'm trying to get you guys done before the 22nd. And it seems like it's working pretty good. Most of you are at 3 drives or 4. I'm just trying to spread out the drives, but we have a class of 12 or 11. Usually I drive 20. All summer I was driving 20 students. So remember, I'm a school teacher. I'm in school. I have a life. I get up at 5:30 or 5:45, or if I'm really tired, 6 o'clock. So school comes first. But if you sign up for a drive time, make it. But remember, your parents are driving you. And if they say, no, I'm tired, don't get mad at your parent. Make sure your vehicle's in good condition. The one thing I like with the driver's ed car, new tires, new brakes. Anna.
Thinking about the schedule again. So you have me down for Tuesday, 23rd. That's 1 to 4, right?
Anna, let's look at it right now. I'm going to put you first. Give me 1 second. Anna, double check, triple check. Okay, what is the date?
The 23rd.
The 23rd of what? September or October?
September.
Hold on 1 second. Okay, 23rd. And what is your question?
I'm down for 1 to 4, but then I realized
The 23rd of September, I have you 4:30 to 6:30.
Yeah, I knew I made a mistake there because I was confused.
It's good, but you weren't scared to communicate with me, right? Yeah. Amen. Let's use Anna as an excuse. Maybe I made a mistake or you made a mistake. Like, remember, I'm a teacher. We might have an open house. I might have to change your drive time. Okay? So we are flexible. Thank you, Anna, for being responsible. And I want some of that chicken. Okay, it's all good. What routes will we primarily be driving on? I mixed them up. Curves, roundabouts, left turns, right turns, faster roads, slower roads, roads that have long lights. We try to find roads that don't have a lot of cross traffic because people run lights and I don't want us to get hit. But also you need to learn how to look ahead. And if you drive too slow, you're going to end up slamming the brakes or ramming the light. Both are dangerous. Can we start driving right after the last day of Segment 1 finishes? The answer is, it depends. Are you done with all your class days? Is your paperwork turned into the driving school? Is your drive card turned in? Is your test turned in? Are you all paid up? Do you just have to make up a class? And if you have to make up those things, you're going to get a digital certificate. Let's pretend this piece of paper is your digital certificate. It's just a receipt. You're going to get emailed a digital certificate. You print this out. You have to go to Secretary of State. You have to have your birth certificate, Social Security card. You have to take an eye test. So you can't just drive after the last day. You got to have some other things in place. Good question. Because if you get caught without your paperwork, that's going to keep you at segment 1 for another 3 months, 6 months, a year. You can't get a ticket either. Let's keep moving. Pedestrians. I haven't seen Mason in a while. Mason, what up? Where's Mason at?
Oh, I didn't know my camera was on.
Mason, let's pretend like I'm on the stupid, silly stuff. Mason, this is recorded. Mason, if your camera's not on, the session will count. You feel me?
Yeah.
So Mason, let's pretend like, and Mason, I have my Hollywood voice. Let's pretend like in 2019, COVID never happened. Mason, you were in 3rd grade, 4th grade. What grade were you in, Mason?
3rd.
Okay, Mason, young Mason was in 3rd grade. And Mason, if you're not on camera, it won't count. So Mason, I care about you, right?
Yeah.
Mason, you go to Brother Rice or you just had a hoodie on?
Brother Rice.
Okay, so that means something, right?
Yeah.
So what do I need you to do?
Keep the camera on.
Mason, do we have to have this conversation again?
No.
Mason, do you play sports?
I do.
What sport?
Baseball.
Okay, what happens if you keep having errors on the field?
You get taken out the game.
Mason, deuces. All right, so we had a good conversation. So guys, just like me, I have to be here 2 hours. If my computer crashes, I got a laptop, I got another laptop, I got my other gaming computer behind the curtain. I got 3 computers ready to go. It happens sometimes. So you got to be ready. You got to show up. Look, children, they're very difficult to see. Look, this is school time. You know, hey, mama, I drew a dinosaur. They see Mason going by. Mason, the kid is going to stay in the street. And you're saying, how come that kid won't get out of the street? Mason, they think your front bumper is a monster with nostrils. Kids don't understand how fast cars move. Elderly, I know it's called a kryptonite quotient. All of you are young. You think you'll never get old, never have cholesterol, diabetes, your hairline won't fall back. But let's see in 25 years. So you need to be careful of the elderly. No cap, no hate. People are living longer, 70, 80, 90, 100. And as long as a person is physically able to drive, they're going to drive. Grandma's going to drive. She's 77. Grandma's 82. She's in good shape. She's got a little arthritis in her neck. She's going to drive. So you need to be aware of older drivers on the road. Sunday morning when we drive, Grandma, Grandpa's going to get that 65 Mustang out. They're going to be driving. They might go through a light. They might make a slow left turn. I know what else I was going to show you. I was going to show you the information about the zones when you're in danger. So older people are out driving, and we're not going to age discriminate, but they do maneuver slower. And also they may feel entitled, Josh. They may feel like, hey, I'm 63. If I want to go 10 over the limit and honk my horn, so people feel entitled. So what I need all of you to do is be humble, be chilled. Hey, that's an older driver. I'm going to let them go. Hey, that's a younger driver. I'm going to let them go. Hey, that's a mom and dad arguing. I'm going to let them go. So you got to pick up this stuff instantly on top of learning how to drive. Adults should know better. They're going to jaywalk. Any main thoroughfare, you're going to see people walking on the side of the road. If you're walking, you need to walk against traffic. If you're riding your bike, you need to ride with traffic. And because of these e-scooters and e-bikes, you got grandma going 30. You're like, grandma's going really fast, and she falls. Or you have people on these e-bikes. They're going really fast. Or these scooters. Okay, so you really got to be aware of this. You're probably saying, what does this have to do with me? If someone's late to work, they're going to run that light. And if you're not careful, you're going to make a right turn. It's called a right hook, where you don't look and check and you hit them. A left cross is where you're making a left turn, you don't look to the left and you hit someone. So we really got to be careful. Animals, we live in a wooded area. Animals dart in and out of traffic. Be careful. Okay? I have a dog too. Do not injure my dog or there will be a problem. Okay? So look, be careful. Large animals, a deer can enter a car. We don't want to veer for the deer. Bicyclists are on the roadway. They need to be following the rules and laws. Motorcyclists, some wear helmets, some don't. They won't live long. Give them room. You see a lot of young drivers, 18, 20, 22, 23. They're not really veteran drivers. They're riding a 600cc. Some people are riding 900. Some people are riding those fast leader bikes. So you have a lot of young drivers and a lot of girls love bikes too. We are not mad. So if you see a lot of young motorcyclists, get away from them. Let's keep going. Will we be learning how to drive with or without a camera? I'll say two things, niece. A backup camera can help you. A backup camera can kill you. If you just rely on a backup camera and you don't look left or right, you just ran over your little neighbor. If you just look at your backup camera, you're going to hit the car directly behind you. You have to learn how to look over your shoulder when you back up and use your backup camera. You got to learn how to do both. I speak love. I speak truth. That's a good question. How long does it take to get on the main roads? Nora, it really depends on you and your comfort. Me and my energy, us talking in the class, everything is good. Some people it's 20 minutes, some people's half an hour, some people's the second lesson. Everyone is different. And I'm usually a good judge of character and what you do. I'll look at you, I talk to your parents. Are you the first one through? Are you the second one through? Are you the third one through? And I get you in the car, and that's where experience comes in. If I was a young student driver instructor, it could be dangerous. Right around 7 or 8 years, you know people, you know how they walk. Do they make eye contact? Are they looking down at the ground? Are they in the dark when they should be in the light? Someone's not in the light. Are they sitting in the dark? Oh, look, he came back in the light. Remember, it's recorded. I would feel bad if your credit doesn't count. I don't even have to worry about that. But you know, let's speak on this. Students who do the makeup, oh man, I see a light coming on. Woo! But usually it takes 1 or 2 kids getting kicked out and you lose your license or have an accident. You're like, bro, they caught me. No, you were driving fast for a long time. Just use it as an example. Or you were running lights a long time. Or you were going reckless a long time. The police don't usually pull you over. It's over time. Or maybe your neighbors are reporting you. Emergency vehicles, pull over to the right. Get out of the way. If you can't, slow down. Work zones, cover the brake. Take your time. A worker was killed earlier this summer. Young driver not paying attention. Construction zones, we talked about this. Reduce your speed, go slow. Knowing your vehicle, we talked about title, we talked about registration. Your title shows that you own the vehicle. Your registration, new from the state during time frames when your title arrives. You want to keep the registration in the car with you. The title is put up at home in the safety deposit box in case your house catches on fire and your birth certificate doesn't burn up and your title doesn't burn up. And then you're getting ready to go to Paris, but your birth certificate burned up in a fire and it's going to take $550 to have it fast tracked. Don't do that. Proof of, because my son went to Belo Horizonte, Brazil. We had his birth certificate. He had to get a passport. Proof of insurance, you have to have insurance. Driving protocol, hands at 9 and 3, 10 and 2. Windshield wipers, are good. Ignition switch. Most cars have a push to start. We have a switch. You put your foot on the brake. Put some more questions in. I want to find that information out about the danger zone. So give me 1 second. We're going through real nice. Give me 1 second. Put some more questions in. I think it's good that you guys asked a lot of questions. The more questions you have, the more comfortable you will feel. And I think that's really important that you feel comfortable. And that the fact that we're starting to drive tomorrow only will be more exciting. It'll be nerve-wracking for some of you, but I think most of you were like, okay, I'm glad I'm driving now. Give me 1 second. I'm looking for this information. Normally I don't talk this much, but I think it's good. And if I can't find this information, I will. No crash rates. I always try to give you new information to help you when you're in danger. Danger is meaning you get ready to hit a car. Car is speeding, you're speeding, they cut lanes, you were in them because you don't know you're in danger. So it's really about education. All right, just to help you a little bit. Okay, if you hit a deer, obviously, we first want to make sure that we are not hurt. We don't want to veer into oncoming traffic. If the deer is injured, we'll call the DNR. They'll put the deer out of its misery. Deer can also come into the car because they're 80, 90, 100 pounds. We saw a deer this morning. Just give you some quick information here. So how do you pass, right? You want to use your turn signals. Some of you are laughing like, do I really want to use turn signals? Build good habits. If you build good habits early on, you'll do fine. You do have to learn how to parallel park. And it's very smooth. We go slow. We're parallel park in the neighborhood, parallel park at the school, parallel park in downtown areas. I try to do that the first time. If you stop at a yellow light instead of sending it, so it depends. If you are, if you can stop safely in 3 seconds, you should squeeze your brake. And for some of you, you're going to panic the first couple of times. And for some of you, you won't pay attention and you're going to run a yellow light. And that puts me in danger. And if you keep doing that, we're going to have a conversation. So don't panic at yellow lights. I'm really trying to save your life. But a lot of you think that I'm not. You got to check your blind spots. You want to look over your shoulder. A lot of you will turn the wheel. So you have to look over your shoulder left and right. We're not trying to hit the curb. That damages the rim. That damages the driver's head car. And preparing for your road test, if you keep hitting the curb, you're going to hit cones and you won't pass. It's not like GTA. You actually don't get points if you run over someone or you hit a. You have to avoid. People will walk out in the street in front of you. They are not mentally here. They are on their phone. They're looking down. So it's more of this today. We have to drive at the speed limit. Yes, people are driving 10 over, 12 over, 20 over. If you learn to drive fast, you're going to end up getting tickets and your parents won't like you because the insurance will go up. So again, you may have sisters and brothers who had tickets, but if you learn to drive fast, you're just going to set yourself up for failure eventually. Don't panic stop if a squirrel runs across the street. A lot of you say, what do I do? We want to lift our foot. The animal may freeze. It may go back left. It may go back right. Students always panic, and most of the time we're okay. You got to adjust your mirrors without being told. So I'll say it again. You have to adjust your mirrors without being told. If I have to tell you to adjust your mirrors, you're not really ready for driving. That's that grown-up responsibility. Some student drivers do ride the brakes because you don't have good speed control and we are following too close. So I try to teach you have more room, and then we'll be able to see cars that are tailgating. Merging on the highway, get your speed up, accelerate. If you go too slow on the ramp, we'll get ran over by a truck. Just keeping it real with you. You want to stay in your lane by literally looking ahead. Some of you will stare at the speedometer, look down to the right, look down to the left. People will honk at you if you're drifting out of your lane. You have to learn to relax your arms. Some of you will squeeze the steering wheel really, 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 really hard on your first and second drive because you say, I've never been out before. And I'll smile and say, well, I teach people who've never driven before. So around your second or third drive, you're going to trust me and you're going to trust yourself. Some of you will mix up the gas and brake. You'll panic stop. And this is when we rear-end cars, hit walls. You have to have your heel on the floor and pivot between the gas and brake. So at the end of the day, I think most of you will do okay. And it's all in the learning process.